So, have you ever wondered, what if a real-life James Bond exists? Well, get ready to be blown away, because not only does one exist, but she's a female UFC fighter. Imagine a woman who can dance, handle guns like an expert, and speak multiple languages like a native, making her a global citizen.
Моему родному солнечному Кыргызстану, a toda la gente de Latinoamérica, Kontai. I'm ready for anyone. I always saying.
Not just a fighter, she's an ice-cold killer in the octagon and embodies a real-life Black Widow outside of it. A master of all trades who can give James Bond a run for his money. Meet Valentina Shevchenko.
She shoots like a special ops
Oh,
soldier. Like we haven't seen someone come in here and shoot that good unless they're a SEAL or a competitive shooter.
Now the intrigue deepens as there are several claims that she's a Russian spy. Could there be truth to such rumors? This adds an exciting layer of mystery to her, and Shevchenko seems to have it all in her.
What do you think about Valentina Shevchenko being a possible Russian asset?
We can't help but wonder, is there more to her than meets the eye? Join us as we explore the captivating life of Valentina Bullet Shevchenko, the ultimate female version of James Bond. In rapid-fire fashion, Bullet has become one of the top fighters pound for pound in the world. Being born in Bishkek to moving to Peru and refining her Muay Thai in Thailand, it has been a long journey.
Valentina 125 is just a monster.
Yeah.
She's a monster.
Yeah. Yeah,
she's so good.
It's such a huge gap too.
Yeah.
Like it's such a huge gap between, like, I don't know, a #1 contender and champ.
December 2018 marked a pivotal moment in Shevchenko's career as she faced Joanna Jędrzejczyk in the Flyweight Championship. This title fight was especially significant following the Montana debacle. When Valentina got the W against the Boogie Woman, the celebrations were global. Fans from the United States to Peru, Thailand to Kyrgyzstan rejoiced in her triumph, uniting under the banner of her success. For Valentina, it wasn't unexpected. She was born as a Kyrgyz national and held Soviet citizenship before the Cold War ended. She has claimed that she is Russian ethnically in her interviews. In 2008, she attended the Peruvian citizenship when she became so popular in the Peruvian Muay Thai circle. And she fights out of Tiger Muay Thai in Thailand. She doesn't just live or spend time in any of the countries mentioned above, she's fluent in all their languages. Take a look.
Моему родному солнечному Кыргызстану, a toda la gente de Latinoamérica, Kontai. I'm ready for anyone. I always saying.
This is the right time to circle back to the Mr. James Bond.
My favorite character is the James Bond character because it's a person who knows everything. He can drive a car, drive a motor, sail a boat, fly a helicopter, plane. He can shoot, he can dance, everything. And this is idea of universal style. James Bond, he is universal person.
Whatever she said about James Bond, she can do it all herself. Valentina in 2022 posted a stunning image of herself styled against a backdrop reminiscent of the iconic James Bond posters. With a pistol in hand in a striking pose, she left fans buzzing with excitement. Was she channeling the allure of a classic Bond girl or positioning herself as a protagonist in her own right? I'll let you be the judge. She has publicly been called a Russian spy.
But a lot of people think that you're a spy, like you have a double life.
What do you think about Valentina Shevchenko being a possible Russian asset? Come on, man. She's a Russian asset, isn't she?
I heard, but I'm not a spy. But yes, I really love the image of James Bond.
While being playful with the response, she has always denied this. She's been all praise for the Ian Fleming fictional character and wants to live as closely as a real-life version of Mr. 007. And before we move ahead, let me reiterate, the name is Bond, Valentina Bond. Who knows, we could see that happen one day now that she's debuted in Hollywood. In early 2020, it was revealed that she would be a part of an MMA-based film, Bruised, starring Halle Berry. Shevchenko played the role of the antagonist in the movie and appears in the climax filmed in the Invicta cage against the former Bond girl. While undoubtedly she's on her path to the UFC Hall of Fame post-retirement, we could see her fighting in the movies after that. Fans of the dancing reality shows might already be aware of this, but Valentina was a former contestant After her victories, which is a frequent occurrence for her, she often takes a moment to showcase her joy through dance like a fairy, spinning gracefully in the center of the cage. This is not just about celebration, it's a heartfelt tribute to her Kyrgyz heritage. Lezginka, a traditional dance from Central Asia, beautifully symbolizes grace and strength, with the female dancer often embodying a swan. It's typically a couple's dance, but Valentina adds her own flair to this cultural movement. Athletes playing different sports is not a surprise, but a combat sports athlete being a top-notch dancer is something that you don't see every day. Valentina Shevchenko's love for guns is not a secret.
Just a scary person. You know, she went down to the range in Texas. She shoots like a special ops soldier. Like we haven't seen someone come in here and shoot that good unless they're a SEAL or a competitive shooter.
When she's not dominating in the UFC octagon or training rigorously for her octagon return, chances are that you might find Bullet doing target practice at a shooting range. Valentina actively participates in various shooting competitions in both Peru and the USA, showcasing her proficiency and enthusiasm. She even has a Glock tattoo on her lower abdomen.
You can tell what is that, right? It's a Glock with 3 bullets.
Guys, I'm tired and jealous and envious of her. Man, she's a gem, but what to do? Where can you find such an enigma? Oh my god, how can a person be so multi-talented? A real master of all trades. And if you think Bullet is an extraordinary example, let me tell you that she's not the only talented one in her family. Seriously, are there any secret genes in this family? Her mother, Valentina Shevchenko, was a professional dancer and the former president of the Muay Thai Federation of Kyrgyzstan. On the other hand, her father, Anatoly Shevchenko, served as a military officer and combat sports enthusiast. And wait, I didn't tell you about her older sister, Valentina Shevchenko, who's also a UFC fighter, just like her sister. She's a trained pilot and loves outdoor activities alongside Valentina. What are these Shevchenkos cooking in Bishkek? Now, even if you don't know any of the things above, I told you, you very well know her fighting credentials. She's a mainstream MMA fighter, but how ironic we talked about everything but MMA in this video.
Valentina 125 is just a monster.
Yeah.
She's a monster.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's so good.
It's such a huge gap too.
Yeah.
Like it's such a huge gap between like, I don't know, a #1 contender and champ.
She's been reigning at the top of the flyweight division for the last 6 years. The only hiccup came in the form of Alexa Grasso, who came in and held the title for the last year. She was a dominant champ and stood at the pinnacle for 1,547 days. This makes her the second longest championship reign amongst female champions. Bantamweight title was supposed to be her crowning moment, but fate had other ideas against Amanda Nunes in 2017, which ended in a controversial split decision. The introduction of the women's flyweight division was a turning point for her, allowing her to compete at her ideal weight and ultimately achieve the title she desired inside the octagon. You hear fighters talking about living a certain lifestyle, a fighting lifestyle, always in shape, hitting the gyms, fulfilling their martial arts duties without any excuse. And only a few embody that ethos like Valentina Shevchenko. Training since the age of 5, training with the same coach, Pavel Fedotov. Since her childhood, she's committed to her craft. For Shevchenko, fighting isn't just a profession, it's her identity, and she expects to dominate in the octagon. Her journey is a thrilling blend of action, elegance, and mystery, keeping fans captivated. She's not just a champion fighter, she's a force who commands attention on any stage.
Do you have ideas about careers that you would like to explore when you're done fighting?
When I'm done fighting, maybe shooting competition, maybe after I finish fighting, I will compete in shooting.
What's next for this real-life Black Widow? Only time will tell. Alright folks, that wraps it up for today's coverage with Valentina Shevchenko reclaiming her spot at the top of the flyweight division. The question on everyone's mind is, who can dethrone her now? We might have an answer for you in Wang Kong, a Chinese fighter who retired Shevchenko from the world of kickboxing. Want to know more about this intriguing challenger? Check out the video on your left to find out more about her. And for now, we'll see you later.